On behalf of the free prisoners of conscience of Turkey and the advocates of Silence Turkey, we are gathered here today to issue this press release and to explain what is happening in our beloved Turkey. Dire human rights violations are occurring in Turkey as we speak, as we stand here, and we are doing something that couldn't be done in Turkey. Under the state of emergency imposed after the July 2016 attempted coup and lifted on July 2018, President Erdogan presided over the cabinet, which could pass decrees without parliamentary scrutiny or the possibility of appeal to the Constitutional Court. Many decrees adopted contain measures that undermine human rights safeguards and conflict with Turkey's international human rights obligations. The routine extensions of the state of emergency within 2 years have led to profound human rights violations against hundreds of thousands of people, from arbitrary deprivation of the right to work and to freedom of movement, to torture and to other ill treatment, arbitrary detentions and infringements of the rights to freedom of association and expression. And this is going on today as we make this statement to you. Public officials continue to be dismissed or suspended by decree without due process, with more than 170,000 dismissed since July 2016. Those dismissed from their jobs lost their income, social benefits, medical insurance, and even their homes. As various decrees stipulated, the public servants shall be evicted from publicly owned houses or houses owned by a foundation in which they lived within the last 15 days. One of the most alarming actions of the Turkish authorities in incarceration of women who are pregnant or have just given birth. Some are incarcerated with their children, others violently separated from them. At this moment, more than 850 children under the age of 6 are in jails across Turkey with their mothers, detained or arrested as part of the government crackdown on dissidents. Another alarming action of the Turkish government is the overseas operations conducted by Turkey's National Intelligence Organization to capture perceived political opponents of President Erdogan's administration. Abductions are perpetrated by violating international legal norms, and we all know this. As Free Prisoners of Conscience platform and advocates of Silence Turkey, we want the Turkish government to change its seizures policy and reinstitute human rights all over the country and follow the rule of law in all countries. Turkey is in breach of its international law obligations. In this regard, we call upon the government of the Republic of Turkey to stop arbitrary arrests, detentions, and wrongful prosecution of political prisoners and release them. Stop arbitrary arrests, detentions, and wrongful prosecution of women and children and women who are pregnant and giving birth in prisons. Stop illegal overseas operations to capture perceived political opponents. Stop and prevent and punish the use of torture and ill treatment of state officials. Reinstate those wrongly detained, prosecuted, and dismissed from their posts. More importantly and finally, ensure and safeguard the independence of the legal profession. As an attorney with the state of Texas, my name is Bob Bennett. I approve of this statement and would hope it would be disseminated throughout the world. Thank you.